Good morning to one and all. My name is Dr. Srinivasarao from last 20 years in pharmaceutical sector. Now we can discuss about small topic pharmaceutical industry. Before going to discuss about pharmaceutical industry, first topic is what is industry? Industry is an organization which is useful for the manufacturing of the products for human utilization, animal utilization as well as plant bodies. This is about industry. Second one is that pharmaceutical industry. Pharmaceutical industry is an organization which is useful for the manufacturing of the products to control of the diseases of the humans, animals and plant bodies and lives comfortable manner. This is about pharmaceutical industry. In pharmaceutical industry, mainly we are manufacturing of the drug products. These drug products we can utilize as a medicines as well as the poisons. Suppose we are taking the minimum quantity as per doctor prescription, that is acts as a medicine. As we are taking the excess quantity more than doctor prescription, that is acts as a poison. So the drug can be acts as a medicine as well as the poison. Pharmaceutical industry is consisting of mainly four types. One is bulk drugs and intermediates. Bulk drugs and intermediates. Second one is formulation industry. Third one is IV fluids. Fourth one is pharmaceutical aids. First one is bulk drugs and intermediates. In bulk drugs and intermediate industry, we are manufacturing APIs. API full form is active pharmaceutical ingredient. API is manufacturing in various stages. In each stage, formed product we are calling as the intermediate. Suppose paracetamol is the drug compound. In paracetamol drug compound, we are using intermediate is para-aminophenol. This is the benzene ring. In benzene ring, this is the NH2 group. In para position, OH group. This is the para-aminophenol is the intermediate in the manufacturing of the paracetamol. This is about bulk drugs and intermediates. Bulk drugs and intermediates are mainly three types. One is synthetic bulk drugs. Synthetic bulk drugs. Second one is bio-based bulk drugs. Third one is natural bulk drugs. One is synthetic bulk drugs. Synthetic bulk drugs, we are manufacturing synthesis process using various types of the chemicals. Examples: omeprazole. In omeprazole sodium or omeprazole magnesium is the API compound. API means active pharmaceutical ingredient. Omeprazole sodium or omeprazole magnesium. Omeprazole magnesium is the API compounds. Synthetic bulk drugs are manufacturing in various stages. Each stage formed compound we are calling as a intermediate. Second one is bio-based bulk drugs. In bio-based bulk drugs, we are manufacturing biological process. Example is the early start is the bio-based bulk drug. Next one is the natural bulk drugs. These natural bulk drugs were extracted from the plants. These natural bulk drugs example is the neem oil. Next, this is about bulk drugs and intermediates. So, in bulk drugs and intermediates, synthetic bulk drugs are manufacturing using various types of the chemicals. Example is monoporzol sodium and monoporzol magnesium. Bio-based bulk drugs, example is that early start is example for the bio-based bulk drug, and natural bulk drug example is that neem oil. So neem oil is extracted from the natural plant. So these are example for the natural bulk drugs. This is about bulk drugs. Next, formulation industry. In formulation industry, we are formulating the medicines. In this formulation industry, API compound, active pharmaceutical ingredient, we have to take this active pharmaceutical ingredient. We are adding the compounds, additional compounds. These we are calling as the excipients. Suppose we are consider example diclofenac sodium. In diclofenac sodium, we have to take that this is the API compound. This API compound we are adding the additives. These additives we are calling as the excipients. These are the starch, sugar, and colorants and coating material like cellulose acetate and HPMC E5. So using this, we are preparing the diclofenac tablet or capsules. This is about formulation industry. Next, IV fluids. These are the liquid materials, fluid materials we are manufacturing. Fourth one is that pharmaceutical aids. Pharmaceutical aids. So pharmaceutical equipments and hospitals disposal materials we are manufacturing in this industry. Next one, various departments in pharmaceutical industry. First one is the R&D department. R&D full form is research and development. So here in this inventory R&D, next process R&D, formulation R&D, next LA R&D, analytical research and development, analytical research and development. So first in inventory R&D, we are inventing the new drug molecules. These new drug molecules. After clinical studies, we have to do the process R&D. In process R&D, we are performing the R&D process for cost effective purpose, minimization of the cost. Next one is the formulation R&D. In formulation R&D, we are preparing the medicines by adding excipients to the active pharmaceutical ingredient. In AR&D, we are developing the new analytical methods for the developed medicines or developed drug materials in AR&D. New analytical methods are developed in AR&D department. Next one is to quality control department. In short form is QC. In quality control department, we are analyzing the products which are manufactured in the production department. In quality control department, mainly we are performing two types of analysis. One is the meta-analysis. Second one is instrumentation analysis. In meta-analysis, MC moisture content, LOD loss on drying, density or specific gravity, and pH. These are we are performing in meta-analysis. So next, volumetric analysis. In volumetric analysis, we are measuring for the SA of the compound. Next one is instrumentation analysis. Conductivity, conductometric analysis, potentiometric analysis, polarimetric analysis, next one UV analysis, ultraviolet spectroscopy, ultraviolet spectroscopy, IR spectroscopy, infrared spectroscopy, FTIR, Fourier transformer infrared spectroscopy, TLC, thin layer spectroscopy, thin layer chromatography, HPLC, high performance liquid chromatography, GC, gas chromatography. These are the spectroscopy techniques. UV spectroscopy, ultraviolet spectroscopy, UV means ultraviolet spectroscopy, IR infrared spectroscopy, FTIR Fourier transformer infrared spectroscopy. So this is about spectroscopy techniques. And TLC, this is chromatographic techniques, thin layer chromatography, HPLC, high performance liquid chromatography, GC, gas chromatography. Along with we are performing LCMS, liquid chromatography, mass spectroscopy. Next, absorption spectroscopy. Next one, NMR, nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. Nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. 2D NMR, two-dimensional magnetic resonance spectroscopy. Two-dimensional magnetic resonance spectroscopy. Proton NMR, proton nuclear magnetic spectroscopy. C13 NMR, C13 nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy. These are the various techniques we are using in the analysis of the drug molecules or medicinal products. In QC, additional another department also present, that is microbiological department. In microbiological department, this is separate department. Microbiological department is separate department. This department functionality is the analysis of microbiological contamination in the drug products or medicinal products, as well as the microbiological contamination in the water. So, microbiological department functionality is the analysis of microbiological contaminations in the drug products as well as the medicinal products as well as the utilities like water. Next, QA department. Full form is the Quality Assurance Department. QA department functionality is to develop the documentation part for the drug molecules which are manufacturing in the production department, as well as the development of documentation part for the drug molecules developed in the R&D, analytical R&D and QC departments. QA department monitoring all the departments which are present in the pharmaceutical industry. QA department is mainly responsible for the quality of the products to release into the market. Next one is that production department. Functionality of production department is scale-up of the product which is developed in the R&D as well as the process R&D. Production of the drug materials, production of the medicines, activity in the production department. Production department main functionality is the scale up the product which is developed in the R&D. It may be formulation R&D or it may be process R&D. Next one, maintenance department, functionality of maintenance department is taking care and performing the preventive maintenance of the various equipments which are present or machineries which are present in the production department. A main responsibility is for the taking care for the smooth running of the manufacturing unit. This is about maintenance department. Another name is engineering department. Another name is engineering department. So engineering department or maintenance department monitoring of the utilities like water system, boilers and effluent treatment plant, and as well as that AHUs monitoring. So what are the utilities which are used in the manufacturing unit? That the utilities are monitored by the maintenance department. Next, warehouse department. Warehouse department is storage of the raw materials which are used in the manufacturing process by maintaining of appropriate storage conditions, and as well as dispensing of the raw materials for the production department for the manufacturing of the drug materials. This is about warehouse department functionality. Next one, purchasing department. Purchasing department. Purchasing department functionality is purchasing of the materials. It may be raw materials or engineering materials which are used in the manufacturing unit. Next one is that marketing department. Marketing department functionality is that analysis of the drug product marketing in the society and releasing of the product, provide the assistance to release the product into the market. That is the functionality of the marketing department. Main functionality is that analyzing the product market and provide the assistance to release the product into the market. Next one is regulatory affairs department. Regulatory affairs department. Main functionality of the regulatory affairs department is registering of the new drug molecules in the same country or overseas. That is the main functionality of the register of the drug molecules which are developed in the R&D, in the country, same country, in the parent country, as well as the out of the country, in overseas. This is the main functionality of the regulatory affairs department. As well as that, and taking care about the product which is after releasing into the market. This is the functionality of the regulatory affairs department. So these are the various departments which are present in the pharmaceutical industry. So in nowadays, pharmaceutical industry plays a vital role in the society because every person, drug is the mandatory to cure or to control the diseases. Drug can act as a medicine as well as the poison. Drug we can utilize according to doctor's prescription, that is acts as a medicine. Suppose more than that we are utilizing, that is acts as a poison. So here this is about pharmaceutical industry. To work in the pharmaceutical industry, qualification is also mandatory. BSc chemistry background students, MSc chemistry background students are related to the bulk drug industry. B Pharmacy, M Pharmacy background students are related to the formulation industry. And Polytechnic, ITI, BTech students are related to the engineering department. BCom graduates, MCom graduates are related to the warehouse department. And chemistry, BSc background related to the production department. Thank you, Mananda.
ఒరే మొండమోప